Atlantic 10. You give him an inch and he's going to take advantage of it.
David's Arena new here in St. Louis. First season for the Billikens in this lovely multi-purpose building. It seats 10,600 people as Lynch gets it on the right side. Picks up the screen from Conklin, who's open. You got to take that. Missed it long. Push inside, no call. Rebound by Wright. I love the way Warren pushes it, and how about that? What a jam!
Billikens get the possession, and they wipe off the bucket.
Yeah, they may not give him the bucket, but man, oh man, I'd pay to see that again.
I don't think he cares much, other than he had to go to the bench.
That is huge. 2 early fouls. Knocked away inside. Conklin working hard. Gets the hoop. The SLU lead is 5. Reed, guarding Hillsman, gives up a lot of body strength. And you can watch him work inside.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't teach is really Reed to grow about 20 pounds of muscle on that frame. He's just going to get outworked at the time by Hillsman.
Shot.
Billikens really don't have an answer for that 6'6", 250-pound frame. Kind of reminds me of Charles Barkley. Looks like he's lost a little bit of weight also in the last year.
Forward for Dayton. Remember, the Flyers playing without Rob Lowry. Has a knee injury, so he's out for the season. That's a guy who scored 8 points a game for them. Both free throws missed. 9-4. The score remains. Lish with the basketball for the Billikens. He's guarded by Marcus Johnson. With a great basketball name in years past. Free throw line for Mitchell with a long.
A lot of ball screens, and Dayton's going to double that if Lish is coming off of it. They might make Mitchell hit a couple before they double that ball screen.
Stephen Thomas also into the game for the Flyers. Little is open. Bangs into Conklin. Now hangs and hits. Or hangs and misses. And here's Liddell, who clears the board for SLU. A good pass inside. Conklin. Finger roll. Good.
Well, there's your point forward in Tommy Liddell. And Dayton's going to get a timeout. And the Billikens came and
leads this game 11-4. 15:35 left to go in the first half. The Billikens beat St. Joe 73-71 their last timeout. That's why they are 5 of their last 6. Good win for Dayton over Richmond, 69-63 in their last game. You see the Billikens here as Cassidy throws it away. Out game here, Scott Highmark.
Oh, fired up, and the Billikens have given them a lot to cheer for here early. When you go to that bench, you got to make sure you get production from that bench, and you got to steal some minutes from your starters. You got Cassidy and Thompson in.
Deep with the shot clock winding down. It was under 5 when
on that bench, and again, Wright's one of the best players in this league, and it's going to be hard for them to make a run against the Billikens without him. But if they can keep it close, I would suspect that he'll keep him on the bench and try to save him.
Gregory in his 6th season with the Dayton Flyers. He's 98-60. Had a pretty good mentor all those years at Michigan State under Tom Izzo. While he was with State, the Spartans went to 8 NCAA tournaments. Shot clock now at 7. Foul called.
They're going to defend in the half-court set, and they're going to rebound and be very physical, because that's what Tom Izzo's teams do at Michigan State, and that's
the line. London Ward. In and out, made 1 out of 2. The rebound, Barry Everhart, who Scott has the kind of body that emulates some of the Dayton Flyers. He's a strong kid.
Yeah, he and Little should get together. They've got very similar bodies. They're a little more athletic, but Barry needs to give him some good minutes and some productivity.
Well away from the bucket.
That's what he can do, Rich. Pick and pop. He doesn't pick and roll. It's like the Bill Lambier. You set a pick and you just pop out to the baseline, try to get a jump shot. That's what Brett Thompson can do. They're going to count it and give him the basketball after the shot.
Wow. Fabricius. As Dayton has it, Warren. Little turnaround. Triple touch. Tommy Liddell with it for Slew. Gets the pitch from Reed. Around it he goes. Foul line. Liddell. Scott Highmark. As Reed looked like he wanted to put on an offensive move. Liddell has really had his troubles lately.
That time they get called for an illegal screen. They run a lot of those pick and rolls, and you've got to be set. And as the offensive guy with the ball, you got to let the guy setting the screen get set so you don't get that type of call.
Another three-pointer. This one a little long. Reed is missed inside. It is Hillsman. Now Perry has the basketball and a fresh shot clock for Dayton.
I'm telling you, it's just going to be physical all night long, and they're just going to crash the offensive glass. So you better match their intensity, or they're just going to have a field day on the offensive glass.
The SLU fans behind us hollering at the officials. They want some sort of call going their way. Dayton doing a nice job on the offensive glass, but that's their game. You expect that out of this 25th ranked Flyers team.
How about London Warren, that quickness? Going right by Kwame Mitchell. I see why they call him the Jacksonville Jet.
The Jacksonville Jet. I like that nickname.
They're really trying to look inside every time.
Perry has speed against Cassidy if he wants to use it. This is Williams hanging. He's been to the NCAA's 11 times. He hopes to restore a tradition here at SLU.
Well, they're doing a lot of things right, and you can see things building here for the St. Louis U team. You can see the freshmen and sophomores really getting better. You see guys like Mitchell and Cassidy and Conklin.
Alley-oop to Reed. He goes over the top of Thomas, falls down, missed the shot. Back come the Flyers. They're letting him play. Inside, Hillsman, bounce pass. Reed will come over with defensive help. Here's Thomas for three. No good, in and out. Willie Reed the rebound.
That's what Willie Reed's got to do. He's got to protect that defensive glass.
Reed, the young man from Kansas City, Missouri. Dayton Flyers like to recruit in the home state. 6 kids from Ohio who play now for head coach Brian Gregory.
A lot of players in that area.
Blocking fight like Conklin. You want that extra and you want to get off the gas early. And he shuffled his feet. Turnover, Billikens back on the Flyers.
Billikens drop down to a little 2-3 zone this time. Mixing it up out of a timeout. Good play by Rick Majerus.
Unless something really squirrely happens in the A-10 tournament, Perry lets it rip. Nope. You've got to figure Xavier, Dayton are shoe-ins, don't you?
50 games, has a little bit of a clue about what he's doing, and that guy's getting this thing going here in St. Louis. They might be a year or two away, but watch out, A-10. This team is coming. But yeah, certainly I think Xavier and Dayton, unless they totally crash and burn here over the next couple of weeks, they're locked for the tournament.
And those of us in St. Louis looking for a little late March love for this Billikens team, it might happen because of a new tournament that's coming.
But Brian Gregory feels real good about his team. They're RPI 25. They have 7 wins, and they've also beaten Xavier. They play at Xavier here in about a week. If they can get that win, it's absolutely a no-brainer.
Now, speaking of that third tournament, you're going to have your skeptics that say, come on, do you need another tournament? You've got 64 teams in one,
yeah.
32 in another. Do you need another tournament? I'm of the opinion that if you can get seniors like Kevin Lish, who has the ball, and Tommy Liddell another game or two, that's okay with me.
It's okay with me. It's just, it dilutes it a little bit, and I think coaches are all for it, as you see the foul, whatever it is, but the coaches are definitely for it.
So their agents say, hey, I need a raise. Pump fake by Lish, falling away, gets it. Kevin Lish with the bucket. The Billikens lead back to 5. I see how that works. You go in and you tell the bosses, yeah, I've been in postseason.
Absolutely.
Where's that raise? A couple extra years in the contract. I get it.
You know that happens. But what happens is when you start diluting it a little bit, those second, third, and fourth tier tournaments have a hard time making money. So you see a lot of turnover in those type of events.
Shot clock at 7 as Perry lets it rip, goes off the top of the glass. And it's yanked out of there by Lish. Here's Liddell for 3. Good! Tommy Liddell!
Well, we said before the game that Tommy Liddell's got to be a little bit more aggressive. You will hardly ever see him shoot a 3 on a break.
They'll set the trigger in for Slew.
I think maybe Rick Majerus and Tommy Liddell had a little conversation after the St. Joseph's game on Wednesday night. Tommy only shot 6 times. When you're a senior leader, you've got to shoot more than 6 times. And I know everybody's keying on Lishan Liddell, but you've got to be more aggressive, and he's showing that here early in the half.
Liddell free throw line, pull up jump shot, nope. Rebound Everhard, who pushed off and didn't get caught. Here's Qua, lays it up and in.
Well, the Billikens have a jet of their own, don't they?
10-point Slew lead. The crowd not on their feet. My question is, why not? Left hand, oh, and a good shot, but 5 turnovers. Here and St. Louis University won by Xavier late in the game, 73-70. And Gregory thinks, okay, I've seen enough. We better get right back in there.
Well, we said if they can hang in there tight with St. Louis, that we didn't think we'd see right. But if St. Louis starts to extend this lead, expect him to come back in. And with 8 minutes to go, Brian Gregory said that's enough. Big fella, go in and change the game. Well, look how physical.
Liddell, good. Boxing out, but still nobody could get it for Dayton. I love it when a rebound hits the floor. It tells me your guys are working hard on the defensive end. At least the Flyers 2008. Oh, that's good work by the Flyers. Look at Warren, how quick he is. Well, either way, give London Warren a pat on the back. Man, what speed. He broke up the play, and now he's open. 18-footer, good. London Warren. 39 steals on the year for Warren. He scores just 4 points a game. He can sure be disruptive.
Okay, they got right on Liddell. If I'm St. Louis U, I try to clear some space and let Tommy Liddell go right at right and try to pick up that 3rd foul.
Another steal.
The dimer.
You could see he's just mad at himself.
Yeah.
I mean, he got that foul because he's mad. He had the ball taken away from him. He threw a right hand in.
Yep. Well, you're a senior. You've been through the wars. You got to be smarter than that.
This is Johnson falling down, misses everything. Everhart with it, long lead for Tommy Liddell, 2-on-1. Eckerly on wing. Liddell holds it himself and walks.
Tonight, though, in the NBA, he faked it twice, and didn't dribble once. No traveling ball. That's the NBA.
He must have thought it was still the All-Star game.
That's the NBA for you, right?
3rd consecutive turnover for the Billikens. Hillsman inside, little junk hook, little baby hook over Reed, and he scores.
This Dayton team is not going to go away, and they're going to be very physical. Again, you've got to recognize that you've got Chris Wright, the best player for the Flyers, on Tommy Liddell. You've got to find a way to let him go to work.
Foul called on John. Smartest foul by the Dayton Flyers. Especially when it sends Ecker to the line 1-on-1. What the Billikens will do offensively. If Tommy Liddell continues to be guarded by Wright, why not just the clear? Let's see what Liddell can do to at least throw a couple of fakes at him. Warren blistering down. He missed his shot, but Little was there.
I mean, Warren is as fast with the ball as anybody I've seen in college basketball. He reminds me of Ty Lawson with the basketball. There's probably not more than a handful of guys as fast as London Warren, end to end.
Kwame Mitchell behind the back tries to lose his man. Mitchell having a bit of a problem. Here's Lynch. He's guarded by Warren. Wants a pick, trying to get 3. Pushes off with the left hand, still out front. Dribble drive, right hand, just kisses the lip of the rim. And Dayton trying to make a run here.
Dayton really locking in on the defensive end, making it really tough for the Billikens to get anything remotely close to an open look.
Trail by 5, Wright missed his shot. Lynch with a shoulder high dribble at the timeline.
Good rotation that time by Dayton, recognizing Thompson will shoot that shot off the pick and pop.
Give and go, Conklin, pass, and good.
See, that's the difference between Thompson's going to pick and pop and try to shoot the jumper. That time, Conklin's going to take it, try to bring the contact and finish him.
No matter how fancy the game gets, how sophisticated, no matter how big the athlete, Scott Highmark, that little two-man game is still a pleasure to watch.
John Stockton and Karl Malone did it for a lot of years, didn't they?
We're under 5 in the first half. Mitchell open for 3. Nope. He missed badly. Dayton's pressure having their effect as Thomas drives. Mitchell cuts him off. He'll shoot and miss. Rebound inside. Searcy lost it. Up with it. Williams has it and scores for the Flyers.
Pounding that offensive glass. Interesting, Brian Gregory is taking Chris Wright out of the game. They're now within 5 points. He's probably going to sit him for the rest of the half. Even though he didn't have a great impact in the stat line, they were able to claw back with him in the game.
Conklin had his shot blocked. It was a good shot, though. Skip pass. Cassidy's open. Three-pointer. Nope. That one's long. Thomas has it. He's able to balance that tightrope and keep control. Here come the Dayton Flyers.
Well, what's amazing is, as well as the Billikens have played for most of this first half, they look up and they've only got a 5-point lead, and much of that has to do with the offensive rebounding of the Dayton Flyers.
Another turnover by Dayton. 3-on-1. Slew with numbers. Here's Cassidy. Give and go. It's Liddell. Shoots. Scores. Foul. Again, a special welcome to those of you watching in Dayton, Ohio on WHIO television. We're glad you are with us. Your Flyers are a great basketball team. They are a lot of fun to watch. They trail now by 8, 28-20, so they've got work left to do here in the first half. The Billikens with a big crowd behind them tonight at the Chaffetz Arena, and it's a team that's been playing much better of late. They've won 5 of their last 6. Warren looks inside. This is Perry, lost his man. Kevin Lynch just slipped and fell down. So an easy bucket for Mickey Perry. Young man from Proviso East High School. That's a very good basketball school.
The best high school
Chicago,
teams I ever saw was Sherelle Ford, Donnie Boyce, and Michael Finley. 3 NBA players.
Tommy Liddell for 3, no good. Just caught the heel of the rim. Searcy up high. A little higher than Willie Reed. And back quickly come the Flyers. Very balanced scoring for Dayton in this game. For the Billikens, Lish with 7. Conklin has 8 points. Good defense, and then the double team. Here is the corner. There's even Malone out there. Ball is taken away.
But good scouting by the Billikens. They want to make Warren shoot that perimeter jumper.
At courtside, and he's slapped hard the mat right in front of some of our fans who got a kick out of that. It's not too often we see Mitchell being a little slower than the guy he's guarding, is it?
I'm telling you, this one guy can really motor.
7 on the shot clock. Here's Lish. Reed walked. I mean, he took a get.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it in their output, particularly on the offensive end. And what you can see is, I think Rick Majerus, what he does extremely well is player development. And obviously he's a good game coach as well, but you see the young players really improving throughout the season. Willie Reed, Kwame Mitchell. Oh, a little boxing one this time by Rick Majerus, the mastermind. He's got Lish following Perry all around the floor, and they're going to make somebody else shoot from the outside, which they happily do.
That's Paul Williams. Freshman guard Paul Williams scoring for Dayton. The Billikens lead now cut to 4. 1 minute left here in the first half. We have special guests at halftime. Tom Keefe, Vice President of Advancement, University of Relations at St. Louis University. Also the Billikens Athletic Director, Chris May, will come by and join us. 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell around to pick. Knifes in, gets it to Reed. Bucket will count of it.
So what you hope if you're a Billikens fan is but he just needs to get bigger and stronger.
Those of you in Dayton who maybe said, why in the world was Reed even at the line?
Well, now you got a chance. You got 35-second shot clock, 38 on the clock. So you got about 2.5 second differential. So you can run it all the way down and make it very hard for Dayton to come back and try to score. So expect the Billikens to really try to run this down hoping to get the last shot of the half.
I take it all the way down whether you get a good shot or not. I mean, going into halftime with a 4-point advantage, a real coup for this Billikens team. They're playing the 25th ranked team in the country. The shot clock's at 10. Mitchell with a crossover. He drives, runs over him.
Those two personals.
Here comes Warren. 5 seconds on the clock. Warren once it lays it up, blocked by Reed, and that's how the half.
Involved early for the Dayton Flyers. You know, there's a lot of pent-up energy because he spent a lot of time on the bench.
That's a key that we will look for. Scott Highmark, Rich Gould with you here on KPLR 11 in St. Louis and WHIO television that knows what it's like to play in the NCAAs. They know what it's like to get into the NIT quarterfinals. That happened for them in 2007. NCAA last year. And what did you just say?
I said get it to 33 if you're the Dayton Flyers. And guys, this guy's only a sophomore. He could be a pro before it's all said and done.
Chris Wright scores 13 a game. Three-pointer by Mitchell, no good. Quad 4 inside. Reed couldn't control. They're on the floor. And the Flyers come up with it. Chris Wright, 13 points a game, 34 blocks on the season. This is Johnson. You see quickly how athletic the Flyers are. And Rick Majerus said, guys.
You really root for kids like that, particularly homegrown kids that stayed at home and played for their university. You root for them. They're both going to get their degrees. In fact, Kevin Lish already working on his master's. His name academic all-district already. Has a chance to be an academic All-American.
This is Willie Reed, free throw, no good. And it's taken out of there by Charles Little. Big body, 6'6", 250 pounds. Here's Little, left-hand dribble, elevate, shoots a little hard. The follow, no good, just missed. But the Flyers hustle after it.
Chris Wright came out of nowhere to keep that ball alive. Billikens dropping down to a zone. Make him shoot it over the top. Dayton 1 for 6 from three-point range. Really did not shoot the ball particularly well in that first half.
Right inside, foul.
0 for 24 from the three-point line in one.
How do you do that?
0 for 24 and won the game.
On for Slew. As Wright trying to make up for that first one, which wasn't very good at all, and he makes the second. And Dayton now with a 1-point lead. Trailed at the half, 28-24. Since then, they've scored the first 5 points in the second half. You know a top-ranked team like Dayton, a top 25 team, isn't going anywhere. Although the Billikens, Scott, have a little something in their hind pockets, too. They've been playing good basketball lately. We told you at the outset they've won 5 of their last 6. And they took this Dayton team to within 1 point at their place. Here's Mitchell, 4 on the shot clock. Backing out of there. Somebody's got to let it fly. It's Liddell. No good. Good defense by the Flyers. Hillsman back to Warren. Little guarded by Tonkin. Warren, Little, hangs, wanted to draw the foul, couldn't, inside, the rebound picked off.
Difficult matchup for the Billikens because they're playing Tommy Liddell at 6'4", about 190 at the small forward position, and you've got to be tough.
To get that roll at the dinner table.
Right.
And rolls and rolls and finally through in the Dayton lead.
More touches. He had 5 points in the first minute and a half of the game, and he's only got another bucket since. So certainly he's got to be involved on the offensive end.
Well, something the Billikens, Scott, did well as they came out in this game. They got the crowd into it. Liddell driving. He was red. Ryan Gregory is telling these guys, let's take this crowd out of it with a strong first couple of minutes in the second half. They've done that.
And that's exactly right. They've really ratcheted up their intensity on the defensive end. Pick and pop that time by Barry Eberhardt. But Dayton's going to give up that shot. They're going to make guys like Barry Eberhardt beat them with 15-foot shots.
Warren has the basketball for the Dayton Flyers. Little back cut by Williams. This is right. Guarded by Eberhardt. Not the only guy who can physically match up to him. Johnson guarded by Lish. Leans in. Oh, that's a tough shot and a good one.
Boy, he's had 2 tough shots here in the second half. Got a great body. Kevin Lish will be on the all-defensive team in the A-10, and Marcus Johnson just goes up right up over him.
Maybe this is one of these basketball games that Liddell splits the defense and hits the sweet jumper. Maybe this is one of the basketball games where Kevin Lish will get cracked in the head and he'll wake up, and all of a sudden in the last 10 minutes, it's Kevin. Saturday night throughout the Midwest, it's a tie game, 32-all, second half. Here comes Perry, the little drive, and Dish, the shot misses.
On it, but sometimes those are the difference in the game. Hard to look at shoot if you don't do that a lot. You don't go in a lot of environments, but the St. Louis student section doing a good job making it difficult, but Dayton executing that time.
The blue out giving them the business. Call me sappy, Scott, but I like the color combination tonight as I watch this blue and white of the Billikens against the red, white, and blue of Dayton. It's a very entertaining game. I hope you're watching it in high def somewhere. Long lead pass. Johnson fouled from behind. He hangs in there.
Certainly not a.
For Marcus Johnson, little leads the Flyers with 7 points. Lish with 7, Liddell with 8 for the Billikens. Conklin's up there too with 8. Second half, 15-20 left of the basketball game, and now the Dayton Flyers with their biggest lead. They're up to 3. Team fouls. That bears watching. The Flyers with only 1. So just a couple of fouls away from putting Dayton to the line for the rest of this game. Inside, man, oh man.
Nice job. It's been a very, very physical game.
Our officials, Dirk Anderson, Dave Drucker, and Jeeves Staryatori. They're working hard tonight here in St. Louis.
They recover quickly.
Talk about doing a good job. He's doing a really nice job on Lish.
Yep. Well, you saw that time. They had to make a decision between Mitchell and Lish, and they said, you know, we're going to make the freshman shoot it, but we're not going to let 21 get an open look.
Mitchell had 17 against the Dayton Flyers. First time these teams played. It was back on January 29th in Ohio. It was one of these games.
Winning dunk against St. Louis in that game, but they certainly did a nice job competing on the road. That's all you can expect. When you're going against a top 25 team on the road, you just try to keep it close, try to steal one.
I wonder who's watching this game tonight from the NIT tournament committee as Liddell dials 8 for long distance and missed. Cassidy with a rebound. It came out long, just missed from Thomas. Cassidy bounce pass inside to Tommy, who spins out of there with it. The Bills will set up their offense. Again, Liddell driving, looking for his shot tonight, trying to create. Inside, it's Eberhardt, lays it up and in. And you should have seen Brian Gregory on the other side. Man would be upset.
And Brian Gregory, that will be a teaching point for the Flyers tomorrow.
Don't you think the NIT folks are paying a little bit of attention to this one, Scott Highmark?
Well, they certainly should be. You know, this is the type of league where, you know, you're going to get 2 or 3 teams in the NCAA tournament, and the next 2 or 3 teams, you know, you can't tell me that they're not, you know, some of the top 100 teams in America.
Here's Conklin down the lane, foul, blocking foul on Luke Fabry. Ryan Conklin at the line.
Great experience and actually producing. And, you know, you can't, it's so invaluable the experience that they're getting, you know, late in the season in big conference games, and you're relying on 3 freshmen to play a ton of minutes.
So the Billikens, pardon my English, ain't going anywhere. They're hanging right in there as Eberhardt hits the jumper.
Well, that's what they need from Eberhardt. He had 14 points on Wednesday against St. Joe's.
Right, spin move, missed the layup. Little finger roll, but it's put back by Kent Hilsman.
Well, how physical is that young man? He went after that like it was his last meal.
which I'm sure he's done a time or two in that family. 7 times, 2 lead changes. SLU with that 10-point lead in the first half. You knew it wouldn't last. Not against the 25th ranked team in the country. Not against the Rick Majerus, Gregory for Dayton. 2 very good head coaches in a league with a lot of good head coaches. The Atlantic 10.
Sean Miller doing a great job at Xavier. Martelli at St. Joe's. A lot of really good basketball minds in this league.
Mitchell for 3. No good. Mitchell gets his own rebound. Passed up another shot. Gets it to Everhart on the baseline. And they'll swing it around to Tommy. Little fake. Oh, Tommy lost his man and hits.
Well, he makes it look easy when he wants to, doesn't he? Silky smooth. Just a little jab step crossover.
The Billikens regain the lead. It's amazing how they just complete. Mark Imrich Gould's got the figures to be a no-brainer for our televised audience in terms of watchability. And it's got to be our biggest viewing crowd so far this season.
Well, it's late in the season against a top 25 team in a sold-out arena. 4. If you're St. Louis, you're trying to get a bye in the conference tournament. In order to do that, you got to finish 4th in the league, and you're fighting with Temple, Rhode Island, and St. Joseph's for that spot.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit, Scott. When you get in that A-10 tournament, how big is it to get that bye? Well,
if you want to get to the NCAA tournament, you're going to have to win the league if you're St. Louis, win the conference tournament. And if you don't get a bye, you're going to have to play 4 games in 4 days. As Johnson knocks down another triple. And, you know, never say never, because the Billikens did that back in 2000 when they beat Cincinnati and Kenyon Martin broke his leg down in Memphis. So it has been done, but winning 4 games in 4 days at this level is very, very difficult.
The Dayton lead on the 3-pointer is 1. Lish with it on wing, picks up a screen by Everhart, dribbles around that, 6 on the shot clock, lays it off for Thompson. 3-pointer, no good. He missed badly. Here come the Flyers.
Well, they're doing a great job on Kevin Lish. I mean, every time he comes off the ball screen, they are making him give it up, make somebody else beat you. Brian Gregory's done a nice job with their scout.
Little has it. Williams a shot miss. Everhart the rebound. Just under 10 minutes. Oh, good pass to Tommy Liddell. He's at the free throw line. Wants to create. Guarded by Williams. Backs it out of there between the legs. Picks up a screen. Now they'll swing it around to Kevin. Lish will drive, and he just goes.
Sometimes you just got to go and take it in, and sometimes as a better.
Not that Kevin Lish.
Wasn't that amazing? I mean, to have the presence of mind to split the defense and get through, and then just shot it normal. He didn't rush it.
Yeah.
Just looked real calm. I bet you Richmond's still working on double teams though right now to let him split him.
That was a thrill. Triple overtime winner. SLU had never played in a triple overtime game before, and there was Lish after double overtime to put it in. Right, muscling inside, and SLU and Conklin hanging right in there with him. The Billikens lead is 1. Mitchell dribble drive. Draws the foul. Is that
volleyball player?
That's from you.
I think they're trying to send a message.
I think they are. I enjoy watching this play. For that very reason.
What did Bill Russell say though? He said block it and keep it in bounds.
Have control. Keep control. He's not so smart, that Bill Russell.
He only won about.
He wasn't that good, was he?
He only won about 14 championships.
Pretty good head coach, too. The head coach when I was in Sacramento with the Kings. There's right, push. Who has 3 fouls, but was fouled and is now at the line. He averages 13 points a game. Pick up the phone, you folks at WHIO. Call the neighbors. Tell them you better watch the last 8 minutes of this one. Cold night in Dayton. I can't imagine there's much more to do but watch basketball, huh? That's the way it is in St. Louis.
Well, they're great fans in Dayton. They're averaging, I was looking at their stats, averaging 12,500 a game. They lead the A-10 in attendance, and you know, they play that play-in game in the NCAA tournament every year in Dayton because they know they'll get a sold-out crowd.
Blocking 1,000 people watching Kevin Lish, who has 9 points, and make it 10. This is.
He and Tommy Liddell are going to make their marks in the record books here at St. Louis University.
3-point Billikens lead. Here come the Flyers, right with the basketball inside. Little curl move, and now they'll drop off and let Warren eyeball a three. He won't take it.
Yeah, look how much space they're giving him. I mean, Kwame Mitchell is going to drop back and really make Warren look at the basket before he just dribble drives.
This is Little to Warren. Good crossover move. The shot is long, right, almost with a rebound, knocked off Conklin. 2 guys with the basketball. Slew comes out of it. It's Cassidy, lays it up. Goaltending the call and the foul. High mark, you say it's goaltending.
Yes, sir.
Well, Cassidy misses it away for a minute. It's amazing that London Warren did what he did. How did he catch him? It was 3 on none.
Yeah, he was 15 feet behind and he caught him.
The Billikens fans are going to be angry. Not only do they blow 2 free throws and a travel.
Let the game come to you. You don't have to force it.
7 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the basketball game. Tommy Liddell ahead to Kevin Lish. Lish is guarded by Perry. Liddell guarded by Wright. Little is on Eberhard, who has the basketball now. Gives it off to Liddell. Lish for 3, no good. Quickly, Warren calling for the ball as if he's going to shoot. We haven't seen him shoot out there much at all. Blocked by Willie Reed. The Flyers are back, but they'll give it to Mitchell. He drives, missed, no foul called, out of bounds.
Comes out of nowhere. All those great athletes, they really do a nice job.
Here's Lish, good inbounds play, and he had a clean look, but he missed the shot. Mitchell tonight, after scoring 17 against Dayton the first time they played, 1 of 8. From the field, really struggling.
Well, sometimes when you got to expend so much energy on the defensive end, and he's having to do that against you awfully quickly, and he's been as productive as any Billiken player, but having a tough night matching up with Warren.
Hillsman to Little draws the foul.
Everything they're getting is in the lane, off dribble penetration, or off the offensive glass.
Their last 6. And again, they're staring into the blue out here. Whether that affects the guy or not, I don't know. 2 Billikens had it. Neither one could control, so Dayton has the basketball. And that's a mistake. Here's Little, right, trying to get free inside.
They're straight man. Again, you see how much room, how much respect Mitchell has for Warren and his quickness.
Tommy Liddell guarding right. Now that's a mismatch. I don't know that Tommy can hang with him physically if they can get there. Yes, they do.
Well, that's what the college basketball is all about. And I think they designed this arena very intelligently, making it a tough ticket to get.
Right at the Scott Trade Center. This doesn't look like much.
No.
And it sucks up the sound. You get it in a place like this where it's very, very cozy, and it's a thrilling place to watch your basketball. Here's Tommy Liddell, drive, pulls it up, lob pass to Reed, missed.
Oh, what a great pass, and you'd like to see the young fella go up with 2 hands and grab that and throw it down. Good look by Tommy Liddell, though.
A missed opportunity by Slew. This is Williams guarded by Liddell. Hillsman inside, calling for it, won't get it to him. They kick it back out to Warren, and Dayton will reset. The shot clock's at 10. Dribble drive, Warren, blocked by Reed.
Just innate ability to understand time and score, and almost got another one.
He got a piece of it.
Yep.
He got some of that basketball, but Dayton again getting the loose ball.
Well, those second chance opportunities kill you because they're making you work for 30 seconds on the defensive end. They get another rebound. Now you got to work again on the defensive end for 25, 30 seconds. It wears you down.
Here's Wright, the drive. Over Reed. Didn't get any of that one, but the ball's on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? 12 on the shot clock as Dayton inbounds the basketball to Thomas. I think he lost track of the shot clock. Thomas, that ball is blocked. Good defense again. This is a 50-footer. No good. And inside, 4 outstanding defensive efforts in a row, Scott.
Yep. You got to keep doing it.
Billikens have the ball and the lead. 44-42, under 5. Kevin Lish time if you're a SLU fan. Here's Lish. He drives, looks inside, has Reed, but it's stripped away. Good defensive hands by Stephen Thomas. Lish tries to make the steal from Williams. Dayton slows things down. They have the basketball.
Is there any question this is going down to the wire?
Nope.
I mean, there's no question at all. 12 minutes. We looked at each other and said this is absolutely going to go down to the wire. No team can stretch a lead. They keep coming back after they get down.
Johnson. Shot, no. Rebound, Everhart.
A little quick for Dayton. You don't need that shot so quick in the shot clock.
We've seen some nice flashes by Tommy Liddell in this game. He's guarded by Williams. Mitchell, the former Mr. Basketball in Wisconsin, has not had a good game, but he's just a kid who keeps coming at you. SLU hasn't scored since the 8:33 mark. Here's Mitchell, lays it up and in! And nearly knocked one of our officials out. A little right cross by Kwame Mitchell, who hits the free throw. The Billikens lead is 5. Heck of a game on KPLR and WHIO-TV in Dayton. Little with the basketball. Spin around. That's a nice shot by Little. Wow.
Not going to go away. As soon as you think you got some breathing room, Dayton's going to come right at you. Make you work to bring it up the floor. Make you work on the defensive end.
3 minutes. Mitchell on wing. Splits the double team. We fouled on the floor. You did all right, Scott, as I recall.
One game we played at Dayton, Sean Hahn had 30 points. I think he was averaging about 6 a game and had 30 points on us, and they beat us in overtime.
Dayton on a heck of a cold snap. They had their first field goal since the 10:55 mark just a moment ago. Here's Little again inside. Now they bounce away. Warren up and down. No call. It was knocked away. The Billikens fans are livid. Dayton keeps the basketball on a fresh clock. This is right. Driving. He missed, but
the thing about the Flyers, though, Rich, is they're not a very good.
49-45. That one's long. Rebound knocked by Little right into the arms of Kwame Mitchell. Here comes the Billikens, 2-possession game. Mitchell to Lish. Quick pass inside and wow. Inside, want a timeout? Nope. Instead they get it to Tommy. Tommy always looks pretty cool about things, doesn't he?
Always cool. Never fazed by anything.
Tommy Liddell the third. Clock at 2 minutes. Kevin Lish with the basketball. Guarded by Warren. Gets the pick. Three-pointer. Had the open look. Missed the shot. Reed inside. He can't hold on. And Little comes down with it for the Flyers.
You will not see Kevin Lish miss too many open threes like that coming off the screen.
This is right.
Throw it up there.
He's got that kind of body. High arcing free throw. Credited with 6 of 7 block shots for SLU. That's a career high for Reed as Wright makes the free throw. And the game is now 49-47, a 2-pointer.
Yep, no need for Dayton to foul. Just play solid defense. Down 2, plenty of time. If you're SLU, you've got to execute on the offensive end, make them work. Make sure Kevin Lish gets a touch.
Mitchell to Liddell, passed up the three-pointer, had a good look, wants to take a little more clock off.
That's okay, that's okay. You can get that same shot later in the possession, and expect Kwame Mitchell to try to create something off the dribble here.
Now under 10, guarded by Warren. This is Everhart, baseline, three-pointer, good! Barry Everhart, wow, what a clutch shot that one is.
Not sure that's what Majerus drew up in the play as a three-pointer, but again, it's all created off the dribble penetration and the vision of Kwame Mitchell.
And remember what Scott Highmark told you, folks. This is not a good...
Quick, going to the basket.
53 seconds and counting. This is Warren. Around the screen. Willie Reed came out to get it. Warren driving. Going to have to take a shot soon. Throws it away. Johnson. And it's... Barry Everhart.
Oh, got a layup.
And that was the first 3 of the second half for the Billikens. And now...
Enough to create some separation.
82% on the year. 5 for... Good. The Flyers beat the Billikens 47-46 on January 29th. SLU with the upper hand in this game, 33 seconds and counting. Warren for the Billikens. Kyle Cassidy across the way, set the check back in here shortly. He missed them both. Rebound, Kevin Lish. All that.
He is all that.
I want to see a kid much tougher than Kevin Lish in the country. I haven't. He's just been fantastic. For those of you who watch SLU, I know you've seen him on WHIO a couple of times this year. He is a terrifically tough kid. Shot missed. Billikens with the lead. Williams and it's swatted.
Somebody else step up, and he's been able to do that here this week, both against St. Joe's on Wednesday night and certainly here tonight. 9 points, 7 boards, and the huge shot in the three-pointer to put him ahead.
Another of the seniors will say so long too soon. Slam dunk by Marcus Johnson. But again,
the Atlantic 10 tournament. And if you can be in the top 4 and get that box, 10 tournament is certainly going to be wide open. You know, there's probably 4 or 5 teams that could probably win it.
Lish finally missed a free throw, but he's done enough damage. Three-pointer deep and missed. Everhart with a rebound. He'll just cover it up. Dayton will let him hang on, and the Billikens at home win this game finally.